What's going on? Coming at you guys with an update of what's been going on with me. A lot has been going on with me. A lot, a lot of just horribleness. It's Thanksgiving, and I have nothing to be thankful for. Nothing, absolutely nothing. I have nothing. I mean, I started this year with pretty okay hopes. I don't really have too many high hopes because I'm like, the way everything's going with everybody, it's just. But I started this year in a pretty alright state. I've done a lot of things. I've done a lot of things, but right now, I just at the end of this year, I'm just waiting for 2016 to just die off already. It's probably like my worst year that I've ever come across. This year, I had I had a job just recently. I worked for a delivery company, and you know, while in the delivery company, um, I was actually, I actually met up with a person that was really, I really had a lot of history within the past, and it wasn't, it wasn't like I didn't know him. It's just I really, really didn't trust him like that. So, because already his history with me is already poor in the first place anyway. So I didn't really trust him like that. But, I decided to give him one last shot because what it was is that I was working for a delivery company while he was working for, whatever it was in his building. So every time I went over there, I saw him, I said, "What's up?" There you go, whatever. He decided that he wanted to actually make amends with me. Everything cool. That's all right. That's fine. I have no problem with settling any type of beef, whatever the case may be. That's cool. That's always been a thing to me. But uh, it was like this was like the fourth time, and fourth and final time that I decided to trust him with being an actual friend or something like that to me, or something like that to me. But what it was is that I had originally I was like I wasn't really too sure on being friends with him and everything like that, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it one last time. And I've had a lot of people screw me over in the past. A lot of people screw me over in the past. I've had their friendship and everything like that, and it was cool to have it. It was cool to have it, but it was like every time that I used to be friends with people, it was like it was just the wrong people because they always used to screw me over. Everybody stabbed my back plenty of times. There's plenty of people that stabbed my back, and what I used to do is just walk off and ignore it, and I'd be like, it's fine, whatever, you know, and I used to forgive them too. That on top of that, and I used to look out for people and everything like that. Even if they was in the wrong, I still looked out for them, and I didn't really talk about too much. I didn't really talk about the situation too much, but what the problem was is that while I was delivering for him for his building, he said that if we wanted to be friends again. So I said, all right, cool, screw it, I'll do that. That's no problem. So sure enough, a few weeks later, he pulls the same stunt again, and this time I'm totally done with him entirely. I can't stand him no more. I'm like, I've been lied to too many times by this person, been manipulated by this person too many times. I'm done. He's pretty much manipulated everybody else that I know. People that's supposed to be close to me, they're taking his side and everything like that, which is fucked up because it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, how can you do that? But, nonetheless, I'm just, I can't do it anymore. I couldn't do it anymore. So I pretty much cut that friendship off entirely. I'm done with him, done entirely. And on top of that, it's like I lost my job after that. I got sick. I got sick at the same time of me losing my job. So I got sick first. Then after that, I lost my job, and then after that, um, I just family wise, Nobody would take, because I was looking out for an apartment out in New York City, but nobody had anything. None of my family members would take me in. Nobody, nothing. So I just completely said screw it, and I gave up. I gave up. I mean, I didn't have anybody. I don't have anybody. Like, my family members to me nowadays aren't even really my family members. They're just people that I know. That's how bad it is. Only in black families do we do that shit. It's freaking retarded. But, you know, this is what it's come to. Me being in Jersey, lost my job, don't have any more money to do pretty much of anything. I'm celebrating Thanksgiving alone. I don't have anything. I don't have nothing. I've helped people too many damn times and I've gotten screwed over way too many damn times. And on top of everything else, it's just too much for me. I can't anymore. I really can't. I've thought about doing, the whole suicide bit. I thought about that. I really thought about that. Just doing suicide. I thought about it. I really did. I wouldn't be. You wouldn't think that I would be a person to think about something like that, but I thought about it, and I just. I don't know. I'm not gonna do it for those of you who's wondering, because I don't do shit like that. It's not me. It's just there's things in this planet, well, people in this planet, I should say, that really want that really just want the worst for you, that just the absolute worst for you, and it's like things, it's like one of those things in the past that'll come back to haunt you. Well, that's what it did, but it screwed me up entirely life-wise. So, and that person is completely dead to me. I don't wish the worst for that person, but I just wish for that person to just go away. Or those two people, and they know who I'm talking about, to just go away entirely. Entirely. I don't give a shit what happens to them. I'm done. I'm totally done. So, from here on out, for me, I mean, everybody else is a dick to me as it is. So, I'm just tired of it. I'm just completely tired of it. So what I want to do is, I'm just going to say screw it. And I'm going to just do what I do. I'm going to just do what I do. Do what I want to do. Because at the end of the day, like my mentor always says, people always see fit's best for them. They always do what's best for them, what they want to do. So, and I try to help people, but I get screwed over in return. So, what's going to happen to me? There's a lot that's going to happen to me. For one thing, I'm not going to take anybody's crap anymore. Another thing is that I'm going to be a dick to everybody else that was a dick to me. So, and see how they like it. Because I'm entirely done with everything and everybody. So, I'm going to be a dick myself and see how they like it. Give them a taste of their own medicine. So, yeah, do I give a shit? No, not anymore. I did, but not anymore. So, and it's like one of those things where it's like, if you got beef with me, just bring it. Don't give a shit. I ain't running nowhere. You know where to find me. I'm always on the injury. So, for those of you that have beef with me, just bring it. I'm not going anywhere. So as always, now on, I'm doing what the fuck I want to do. Fuck you and your feelings. At the end of the day, you are dealing with the most electrifying man in all of New York City Transit, on the most electrifying train in all of New York City Transit, the People's Train, the badass of Broadway. We are